Victory and avoiding defeat are two very different things. Sun Tzu said there are 5 dangerous faults which may affect generals. Keep these things in mind while in the battlegrounds, and you will see victory much more often. Welcome to PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Recklessness, which leads to destruction. Don't rush new towns. If you have a car, park it slightly out of town to avoid telling people exactly where you are. Don't fire off pot shots at people if you don't have a suppressor. You'll reveal your location and it could mean your death. Think through your plans and you can avoid defeat through recklessness. Cowardice, which leads to capture. Capture in this case means death. Know when to take the fights. Avoiding fights which you could have taken will either lead to you being undersupplied later in the game, or the enemy finding you and killing you before you get a chance to get ready and fight back. The difficulty in this is more the knowing when to fight, and less the knowing how to fight. Because if you know when to fight, as long as you can somewhat shoot straight, you should be okay. A delicacy of honor, which is sensitive to shame. There are a few ways we could interpret this when applied to the battlegrounds. First of which is don't do something because your squad's saying you'd be a coward if you don't do it. While I think it's unlikely your squad would do this to you, if they try and tell you to do something for the sake of being cool, don't do it. The second way you could use this in the battlegrounds is to do the dishonorable, laying traps, blockades, anything that would give you an advantage that isn't cheating. While you may want to win, cheating will also get you banned and nobody wants that. If you have the mindset of, I don't want to do that because they don't have a chance, then the likelihood of you being defeated has just increased tenfold, as there are several people who will do this and they will kill you. A hasty temper which can be provoked with insults. Be patient. If you're in a safe place with no need to move, don't. Being patient and going slow are one of the most surefire ways to avoid defeat where possible. Impatience is going to be one of the most common things that will lead you to your defeat. Control your impatience and assure victory. And lastly, over-solicitude for his men, which exposes him to worry and trouble. While it's not a pleasant thing to say, overly caring for your squad can get you killed and consequently suffer a defeat. And so to avoid defeat, you must be able to know when is an appropriate time to focus on reviving and when's an appropriate time to focus on making sure the area is clear. If you immediately try to revive a squad mate when you're in a dangerous area, instead of making sure that you're safe, you run a high chance of suffering a defeat. Take your time. Unless your teammate has been knocked out several times, there will be plenty of time before he actually dies. I hope this video has helped you out at least a little bit, but join me next time when, who knows, we might just learn something.